Things are heating up and these sales are hot. So you should be on the lookout and sell these if you've got in your death pile.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are
the FI Resellers. And today we have a what sold video for you. We had a pretty good week last week. Even though we were out of town for about half of it, we still picked it up in the last half of the week, and we're going to share some great sales with you. We're going to share some things that sold pretty quickly, but not for a lot of money. And then we're going to share with you about our investing progress and all of that. So you'll want to stay tuned all the way to the end so you don't miss anything.
Right. Let's start with something we don't usually buy and sell, but this one was a really good one. So be on the lookout for golf clubs. We sold this TaylorMade fairway wood. It was a 580. And we sold it for $52.50 on Facebook Marketplace.
So this was a great sale. The person came in and bought it outright. We have had it for a while. We've had it since December, but now it is golf season. So one thing that we noticed this week is that we've been selling a lot of seasonal items. So a lot of spring and summer things that have been, kind of sitting in our closet for a while, but now people are looking to get them, use them, all that kind of stuff. So this is one of those items, and we're really happy that we picked it up.
Okay, so this one is really funky. Look at it. It's just so funny. So we sold this Raquel's collection sweater for $44.75 on eBay. And wow, it sold in one day.
So we could have, if we had waited longer, I could have priced it up more and could have gotten more. But our business style is really more about, getting things moving pretty quickly. But this brand, Raquel's Collection, makes sweaters that are like this 3D kind of design with these people. And so all of them are kind of like this. They all are really funky, and they can go for good money. So they can go from between like $40 and about $60. So definitely be on the lookout for this brand. Honestly, you can't miss it. Like once you know to be looking for it, you can't miss it. Like it is so unique. You're never going to forget this.
Hey, let's jump to this other thing.
So we sold this Johnny Was. It's under the line Biya, B-I-Y-A. I guess that's how you say it, Biya.
Or Bia.
Bia. I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's so nice. You can see all this embroidery and super, super fancy. We had it listed originally for $300. We had kind of lowered the price over time. We've had it for, I think, about a month. And someone offered us $200 on Poshmark, so we accepted. So really great sale on this. Johnny Was is our absolute favorite brand to sell.
Yep.
We love to pick it up. And this was such a cool find. I actually found it in a bin that people had already gone through. I think maybe someone put it back. I'm not really sure why.
That's crazy.
Yeah, anyway, really excited about this sale. So I had been getting a ton of lowball offers on this. Actually, from one specific buyer that had found me, I think on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and sent me like $100 offers on all of them. And so I told her on all different platforms, I don't want to accept less than, I think at the time it was when I had first listed it and I said I wanted, $240. But then we had it for a couple months. And so when someone came in and offered $200, I accepted. So that was a great sale. We picked it up from the bins, super, cheap price to turn into $200. I wish I could do that with all of our items, but that's not how the world works. But oh well.
Right. Oh well, we'll take it for this one time.
Yeah.
A few grails, a few gems once in a while. We sold this leather black purse by Kate Spade for $55.40 on eBay.
So this one was one that I had picked up at the bins, and it was in really, really nice condition. So that was the reason I picked it up, and I figured Kate Spade is pretty good. It's nice leather, all of that. So all those things had it going for it. And I'd listed this in February, so it's been a couple of months, but, I'm happy to kind of get it moving and get it selling.
These next two we picked up at a church rummage sale, so we never hauled it or anything. We ended up picking this up for about $4, but it was totally worth it. This Queen Flat Sheet by Polo Ralph Lauren, we sold for $51.65 on eBay.
So these are vintage. They were still sealed, all of that. So this was a great find. It was actually when we were volunteering ahead of time, we, went, it was our church that we were, working with. And so we went and we volunteered to help sort in advance, and one of the perks of doing that, and one of the things that actually the organizer really likes, is when people buy stuff ahead of time, because then you don't have to move it. It's a pretty nice setup. This was one of those items, and really surprising, but definitely be on the lookout, because these old vintage Ralph Lauren sheets can be definitely a BOLO.
This other one sold really quickly too. It was this Queen Fitted Sheet by Polo Ralph Lauren for $79.65 on eBay.
So it just goes to show you, there are different styles, different patterns have different values, and then the fitted sheet versus the flat sheet, all of that kind of stuff kind of adds into how much it's worth. So make sure that you look up comps before you put these, up for sale. So there you go, a pretty short highlight reel of some of our best sales from the past week. It was kind of a shorter week anyway. Honestly, our other sales, so we didn't have any like real duds this week that sold. Most of our other sales are pretty average sales, averaging about $20 to $25 selling price. We're going to share a couple that sold pretty quickly just to give you some categories and some things that you should be on the lookout right now.
Yeah, things are heating up and these sales are hot. So you should be on the lookout and sell these if you've got it in your death pile.
Exactly.
We sold 2 pairs of water shoes by the brand Keen. The first one sold for $27 on Poshmark. There were these cute little pink ones. And the second one was a light purple one that we sold for $29 on Facebook Marketplace.
So these are definitely shoes that you want to be on the lookout for. I wouldn't pay like a ton of money for these type of water shoes, but we picked them up and we had been kind of holding on to them. It seemed like they weren't really selling that much. But in the past couple weeks, so this week and the week before, we've sold a ton of them, like sold through most of our, stock of these water shoes and kids shoes and adult ones. So definitely be on the lookout for these right now because people are, buying them as they're starting to go camping, hiking, swimming, all that kind of stuff.
We sold this linen shirt by Brooks Brothers, but also it was Baird McNutt linen. And we sold it for $21.25 on eBay.
So this sold super fast. So I had it listed for $20, which I don't even know that I really looked up the comps on it. But I figured, I knew kind of what Brooks Brothers shirts sell for. I knew kind of what Baird McNutt linen shirts sell for. So I kind of priced it accordingly. But it sold really quickly. Someone sent me an offer of $15. And I accepted. This is just kind of a classic shirt. And this Baird McNutt, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, Baird McNutt.
I would think so.
This brand of linen or type of linen is definitely something that you should be on the lookout for. It seems for us at least to sell pretty well. So we've had really good luck with this type of linen. And so when we see it, we try to pick it up because we know that it can be kind of a quick sale for us.
Yeah, we wanted to highlight these shorts by Columbia because they were new at tag and they sold really quick for $26.15 on eBay.
Yeah, so these sold within just a couple of days and they sold full price. These were PFG shorts, so performance fishing gear. And so I labeled them as like swim shorts, but also PFG shorts. So again, it's the season for swimming. And so we've been trying to pick up a lot of swimsuits and trying to pick up a lot of kind of outdoor shorts, all of that. So we sold a lot of shorts this week. We've sold a lot of swim this week. Water shoes, all that kind of stuff. So definitely people are getting ready for summer. In addition to that, we've also sold some good jeans this week. So it just goes to show you, these different categories that you should be looking in as, seasons change to, make sure that you are keeping up with seasonality. However, we also sold a super heavy sweater. So, 2 super heavy sweaters this week. So, it's all a mix in reselling for sure. Now it's time for our numbers. So we sold a total of 42 items this past week for a gross revenue of $1,379.55. And our cost of goods, so the amount that we actually spent on those 42 items, was $97.03. On eBay, we sold 26 items for $437.85. Poshmark, we sold 11 items for $304.43. Mercari, we only sold 2 items for $25.27. Facebook Marketplace, we sold 4 items for $93.66. So our profit overall from all 4 of those platforms was $861.21. So lower than our, $1,000 goal that we have per week. However, we were, had our stores closed through the weekend, Friday, Saturday. We're really just Friday and Saturday. So if you think about, making about between 100 and 200 per day, which is kind of how much we want to make per day. If we want to get to, 52,000 for the year, it makes sense that we're, kind of where we are when we had 2 days where our stores were closed.
Right.
I think this coming week, we're going to feel a little bit of the slowdown continuing because we didn't list while we were on our baby moon. So it kind of takes a little while to kind of catch back up and restart your stores and all of that kind of stuff. So, May might be a little bit of a low month, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're, kind of easing into, maternity
Almost
leave
no
and all of that
activity.
kind of stuff, yeah. So I think it's fine. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
We are, happy with the money that we make and we're happy with, how our business is going. So.
Right. We reframed our minds to think, if we try to hit 4,000 in the month, that's fine. But the total ultimate goal is 52,000, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there. We have had some really good months before, and it's all going to average out in the long run anyway.
It does seem like Mercari is kind of down a little bit, but we, don't give a lot of attention to Mercari. But I have been seeing on Mercari's Reddit, other people have been commenting, that their views are down, that all these kind of things, that, that app seems to be kind of waning maybe in popularity. So I don't know, leave your comments down below if you feel like that too, if your Mercari sales have gone down. If you use Mercari, if you, have stopped using Mercari, let us know what you think in the comments.
Okay, now it's time for building wealth. Now, this is where we tell you about our total stock market index experiment. Here's how we're doing. We're down over $1,000 and we're laughing about it because we're not worried about it. The thing is, these are just paper losses, and we will never sell our stocks like this, especially when it's a total stock market index. We are very long on this. That means we're going to hold it for a really long period of time. And that's the strategy. You've heard us say it before, and we will continue to say it, and we're just gonna hold it until it goes up. The only reason we would ever pull it out is if we had some sort of catastrophic, real big emergency. So we're really hedging our bets right now, especially because we also already have an emergency fund. And so the two things that I want to talk to you about is that there are paper losses here. It doesn't really count as losses until you pull it out, right? And so if we continue to hold on to it and we really think that it'll go up, and hopefully it does, which it should, and we will not realize those losses, it will just be, gains, hopefully in the long run. And the other thing I want to say, and while this is not investing advice, you shouldn't have money that you need, like for an emergency, in the stock market like this, because you really don't know what's going to happen and you don't know when you're going to need that emergency fund. And so we have a separate emergency fund. We don't ever really play with that money. It's sitting there on a very low kind of savings account. It returns next to nothing. And so it's just there for peace of mind. And so those two things combined, we are not worried about this being down, and we're not worried about having to pull it out. That's something to think about when you see minus $1,000. This is the reality of investing. We have always said that this is going to be long-term, and we will continue to say it until you've remembered us, the FI Resellers, telling you that it's a long-term investment. We don't ever want you to forget that it's going to be 10, 20, 50 years away.
You can think about it this way. Right now, we're kind of in, if you think about investing as sort of like a baseball game, right? We're in the first inning. And so, yeah, we might be down by 3 runs or whatever. We're down right now, but that doesn't mean that we're losing the game. The game in total is 9 innings. We just started this investment account, less than a year ago. So we're still in the beginning of the game. It's not over until we're ready to retire and live off of our investments. And so we're still a long ways away from that. So you can think about it, it's the first inning. We're still at the very beginning of the game. We have so much more of the game to play, so much more of the time to use for our investments to grow. So that's one of the reasons that we're not really worried about this. But even if you were in the time of your retirement, you're ready to do that, you most likely were investing over the long period of time. So our older holdings, things that we have in other accounts that we've had open for more than just this year, are still up. They're still doing well compared to what we had bought them for. So in terms of time and all of that, just think about it that way, that the game's not over until you sell it.
Listen to her. She knows things, okay? And I'm not the only one in this. We talk about this all the time. It's part of our kind of shtick, the FI Resellers, but also it's part of our relationship. We talk about our business and our finances and all of that. And that's something that we value, right? We are both on the same page of where our finances are. We like to know these numbers because we're kind of just number nerds. But at the same time, we hope that it gives you some value, because knowing the numbers and seeing this in real time is really important. Like if you've been following us for a month, you've seen that these have been down and it continues to go down, but we are not panicking. We have not sold off. So it's really important that you get to see this, that you get to experience it with us, so that you kind of know what we're feeling as it happens in real time. So there you go. Just a little bit more is that if you want to start investing, you should really start while it's on sale. Now is on sale. We don't know when it's going to go back up, but if you think about it from the perspective of when the pandemic started, the stock market dropped 30%. It had a pretty short decrease and a very quick uptick. I don't think that's going to happen this time around, but that just goes to show you that it's really, really unpredictable. But at this point, it's kind of on sale. You gotta do a little bit at a time. Like we only put $26 in it from Mercari's profits this week. It's not a whole lot. Hopefully to you, that means that you can do it a little bit at a time as well. And we just want to encourage that a little bit at a time is the way that we've been doing it. It's not a bad way to do it. If you want to put a whole lot in it while it's on sale right now, then so be it. You just need to also have the long-term focus. Okay, now it's time for one community BOLO, and it's from my sister, Swan Fashion. So Tina sent over this Vix Paula Hermani one piece. Apparently, this brand is a BOLO for just swim. And if you ever, pass up swim like a lot of people do in the bins, you should think twice, because if you see something like this, she sold it for $80. Like what? A one piece for $80. So definitely be on the lookout. It's something that, we often look up, at least when we see or feel in the bins. We at least try to pick it up and see what the brand is. And we've never picked this brand up, so we will definitely be on the lookout. It's got a pretty fancy little logo too, so you know that it's kind of high fashion, high class. So yeah. Be on the lookout for it. Thank you so much, Tina, my sister, for sending this to us. We're really happy that she recently got into reselling, and she's learned a lot, and she is selling a lot of great things. So follow her on Instagram and let her know that we sent you.
So that's it for this week's video. Leave a comment down below what you are selling right now. Are you selling a lot of swim and hiking things and shorts and all of that? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that this is a good video and that it should show it to more people. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We do these what sold videos each week, and then we also do bin hauls and tips and tricks and lots of other videos. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing.
All right, keep that passion burning, y'all. It's our favorite time of the year where I get to make all these hot puns because summer's coming, slowdown's coming, I don't know, but you should be doing a lot of other things to keep your passion burning, but also try to do something new so that you can keep your sales rolling. And these seasonal items, hopefully you're listing them if they're in your death pile, swimsuits that my sister sold, or just these Keen items and all these other seasonal items that are really popular in the summer. You should definitely be listing them. And hopefully you're doing well. We're doing well. We're really rooting for you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
We've told ourselves that we're going to probably end up shutting off Mercari. Even after we have our baby, we're going to just keep it on vacation for a while, at least until they do their 4x6 shipping labels. I hope that they do that soon because it's just a hassle all around. It's just been one of my biggest gripes. I do most of the shipping. I drop off at the post office. The workarounds that people suggest for the Mercari shipping labels, how to print screen and all that, that's just, I don't know. I just don't want to do that. And it doesn't work out so well for us. It's so hard to get it perfect to where, the post office will accept it. It's just all around not great. That's my biggest gripe. And until they fix that, I think we're going to just keep our Mercari on vacation after we have the baby. It's just... I don't know. It just that really grinds my gears, Anyway, get your stuff together, Mercari.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Mercari spent some money on improving their site instead of just spending money on advertising. It seems like, but oh well. They don't ever listen to us little guys, do they? So the game in total is 9 innings. No, is it 9 innings? How many innings is baseball?
I don't know why you're using this metaphor. I don't know. Bottom of the ninth? Yeah, I think so.